Hey there, welcome back to the channel. Thanks for watching. Here's a fun one for you today. This is an IYV. Yep, that's what it says. IYV, and it is a Les Paul copy. Now these are an inexpensive guitar you can get off of Amazon, I believe. This one came to me on a trade, but nonetheless, it's going to be interesting. This has a lot going for it, and I'm totally shocked by the quality. These are not expensive guitars at all, yet this compares easily to most of the expensive Les Pauls I've played. So anyway, what I'll do, a visual inspection, and then I'll run it through the Spark and see how it sounds. I think you'll be just as surprised as I was. Here we go. Okay, we're going to start at the headstock, as we usually do, and it looks like really nice mother of pearl inlays. Now it could be fake mother of pearl, but it's really well done. It's likely a larger piece set underneath, and then the mask is sprayed on top, but nonetheless it looks great. Now this guitar, being secondhand, has obviously gone through some adjustments. You can see the truss rod cover is missing, so we'll keep that in mind as we go here. I'm not sure how stock this guitar is. Looks like no-name Shaler style tuners. And what I noticed right away that I really like is this little, almost a volute on the back of the headstock and neck joint. I think that's a smart idea. Les Pauls are known to be very weak right here. That's sort of the weakest spot of the guitar. So this adds a little beef, and as you can see, it makes sense because the truss rod route comes right up through there. So having a really thin neck right there, obviously that would be the weak spot. Now as I look at this, the binding work on the fingerboard feels great. This feels as good, to be straight up and totally honest, feels as good as almost any guitar that I have felt, including Gibson custom shops, etc., which is really something considering this guitar is so cheap. Now I can tell you, as I look at this, it's sort of a medium C carve. I really like the feel of the neck, but it is multiple pieces. There's a seam running this way, and it looks to be mahogany in the neck there. I can't be sure of that. It is a mahogany body, so I'm going to assume it's a mahogany neck as well. If not, it would be maple, but it does look like mahogany. So we'll follow the neck all the way up to the joint, and it is a set neck, as we'd love to see on a Les Paul. And this looks very much like a Gibson joint. That looks and feels fantastic, especially given the price. And you're going to hear that throughout this review, because a lot of this stuff is sort of well above price point. Now here is a look at the body, and it is mahogany and multiple pieces, which doesn't bother me at all. I'd say it's at least 3 pieces. And now here's the top. Now I'm going to assume this is a laminate flame maple top. I can't believe it would be a solid cap for that price. I'm not going to tear this apart, so we won't be sure, but that would be the safest bet. Now I will say I don't like the green color. That's personal choice. I would never probably have picked this color. And I took this guitar on trade sort of as a long shot, just something different to review. I was not expecting much, but here we go. Now on the fingerboard, I will say it's kind of light. I don't love the color of the fingerboard, especially with the green. It kind of looks really kind of cheesy, like a Christmas candy or something. But as I mentioned, the fretwork is great, and I love these little frets. And there's the inlays. They're also surprisingly well done. I couldn't really fault it for that. Now here I will say I think maybe somebody has changed the pickguard, because it's like a mint green pickguard, and it really clashes with the cream color pickup rings, in my opinion. The knobs look and feel great, and I will mention I was told when I got it the 2 tone pots are not hooked up, So keep that in mind as we're doing the sound samples. But it feels great. I personally really like the sound, so whatever they've done in here is working for me. It has a stop tailpiece with a tune-o-matic style bridge, and the quality looks, I'm going to say that's one area maybe it's a little less impressive than an Epiphone, but it's certainly right in the ballpark. Now the control cavity cover is there, and there's the switch cover. So just what you'd expect on any Les Paul. And it's substantial. I mean, this feels exactly like a Gibson. If I was blindfolded, I'm not sure I could tell. Probably I could tell by the smell. But I'm not even sure I could pick up just by feel if there was fret end binding on this guitar or not. There is not, of course, but it just feels so good that you'd almost think it had it. So now the action is also great. The strings are not too far off the frets at the nut, and it's good down here at the bridge end as well. So all in all, oh wait, we got to do the switch test. Yeah, it feels good. That actually feels as good as a Gibson switch, I would say. Not as good as the switch on my old Agile AL-2000, which was the best I ever felt, but it feels good. Okay, so overall, obviously just at a visual inspection, the guitar is really good value. I can't imagine finding a better value, although I'm sure there's lots of these out there now, different brands, so it's hard to justify that Gibson can still charge so much. I understand it's a completely different marketing model and different buyers, but as far as just what you get for the dollar, this has got to be right up there with the best. So let's plug it in and see how it sounds. I probably won't keep this long term just because the color doesn't do it for me, but I might change this to cream and see if it makes it a little better. And this is, the fingerboard's just a little too light for my taste, but that's being super picky. Anyway, let's see how it sounds. I hope you liked watching this. Cheers.